Hi, welcome back to a very special edition of YBA Today. I guess we could call it YBA Tonight at this point. I'm Jimmy Young, president and founder of Young Broadcasters of America. We're having some of my camp friends in. You've obviously met Bill Lerman from Camp Caribou. Dan Duquette remains with us on the set. And now we welcome in Rob Brockman, who is the director of Camp Bowercrest in Amesbury, Massachusetts.
How are you?
Good to see you.
Nice
and,
to see
you know, we've known each other for a couple of years. In fact, I can honestly say that, Rob, you were here in the first week that we opened.
Yeah.
And I don't know what it is that you found out about this. You thought it was intriguing, but you came in and you brought your dad.
That's right. That's right. And we got a sandwich for you from Joan and Ed's.
There you go.
And we missed them.
We missed them. Although I was at Zoftig's earlier this week. It's pretty good. It's very good.
Good. Okay. I heard it's a little pricey.
Love good Jewish deli. Of course it's pricey. It's good Jewish deli talk, though. Back to Bowercrest. And you know, one of the things that Bill Lerman mentioned was the legacies and the generations.
Yeah.
And since I visited Bowercrest the last couple of summers, I've noticed the different generations. You know, yesterday we interviewed Carl Ravitch down at ESPN. You told me you can have more Ravitches at this year than you've ever had before.
Yeah, actually, it's funny because let's see. You know, my camper counselor generation, there were Ravitches, and I think I was telling you the other day there are now more Ravitches back at Bowercrest than there were back in the 70s. So it's generations, and we have, you know, fourth generation, and actually Billy Smaller out there in the wings right now. And you're talking about, you know, 4 generations of campers and staff now entering over 80 years.
Yeah, 1931 it says on your sign, and Cy Smaller.
That's correct.
Was one of the originators. What is it about the Jewish camping experience that, you know, a lot of people, Dan, and I don't know, you grew up in this area as a Red Sox fan in Western Mass. Was camp a regular thing in the summer?
Well, camp was a regular thing for me because I'm right in the center of the Jewish camp district, right? The Berkshires,
Gotcha, right.
So I was in Dalton, a small town, and we used to send basketball teams up to play the Camp Emerson or Camp Ramaka for the girls, right? They're on the same lake as my current camp. And I would see these kids, and they would come back year after year and stay the whole summer, right? Which was not what I was accustomed to. But I saw a whole different culture of camp, if you will, and it's very, very popular.
It is, and you know, we used to make jokes when we were kids. Yeah, our parents ship us off to camp for 2 months. Basically, it's like going to a resort for 2 months. If you're a sports fan, it's great.
Yeah, I mean, you know, Jewish camp. You know, with Bowercrest, you know, we really talk about commonly held values, and you know, for us, we talk a lot about the STAR principles: sportsmanship, teamwork, achievement, responsibility, which are very commonly held. I think, you know, in the Jewish camp circles, I think there are 2 common goals that probably define what any nonprofit Jewish camp aims to do. And that would probably be to build that connection, that Jewish connection. And I think common across any camp would be to build self-esteem. And I think that each camp, Jewish or not, has its own way of accomplishing building on self-esteem. And of course, across the Jewish camps, there are different ways of building that connection.
Yeah, and it's interesting, a nice Jewish boy from Newton myself, growing up there.
And a fellow jumbo.
And a fellow jumbo from Tufts University. But Mom and Dad sent me to a YMCA camp in first as an overnight camp. Of course, my brother had gone there too. My brother was a 3-sport athlete, and you know, always I looked up to him, and 5 years older, and he too went to Tufts. And so did Dad. You know, we're full jumbo. Talk about 3 generations, because his daughter, Emily, also a jumbo and getting married this summer. So, but the whole point of where was I going? Generations, right? Generations and Tufts and the camaraderie and college and camp. Best times of your life. I've said it before. I so believe it. I think once you get away from your parents, and Dad, if you're watching, I love you. It's no disrespect, okay? They raise you enough so you can actually be on your own. And at camp and at college, you have that opportunity. And those are the lessons you learn.
I definitely agree. You know, going away to school, I think that there's a big difference between those young adults who spent years at overnight camp compared to those who didn't go to camp. And I think that you kind of accelerate the process of asserting independent living skills, coping skills, and I think social skills. And, you know, being at home and going to school 10 months out of the year is obviously something that we all do. The opportunity to go away to camp, being mostly surrounded by your peers, and frankly, your counselors are largely your peers as well. I think that going off to, you know, to college, you find, first of all, it can become another camp reunion. Kids who you bunked with end up on campuses with you and across. But yeah, it's you know, preparation for all kinds of things in life.
Yeah. And Dan, at a specialization type camp, which is like yours, the kids are there to learn skills, but they also get these same kind of lessons learned, do they not?
Well, they get the life skill lessons. You know, they have an opportunity to compete. They have an opportunity to learn skills for the games, of course, but they also learn life skills of good nutrition, the power of positive thinking, how to perform your best in the clutch. I mean, these are all skills that are transferable. And they get a chance to do it with their friends, right, in a safe environment that, you know, mom is comfortable with, right? I mean, no kid goes away to summer camp unless mom is comfortable in sending them on to summer camp. But, you know,
Mom's the boss.
Yeah, mom's the boss. But I got to tell you, you know, they are good places to learn additional skills, of course, that complement the sports skills. But you can use those skills throughout your whole life.
Yep. And and as we kind of wrap up your segment here, Dan, I definitely want to ask a couple of questions regarding baseball, because you will always be known as the former general manager of the Boston Red Sox, two-time executive of the year in MLB. The game has changed quite a bit over the last few years. You are no longer interested in becoming a general manager of a major league club anymore?
Well, I don't know about that. I'm happy with the Sports Academy. I have a lot of friends in the business. I got to tell you, I really wanted to be the GM of the Red Sox. That was like my peak job, you know, the pinnacle job. I'm not attracted to a lot of other jobs like I am or was to the Red Sox. So, but no, things have changed. I'm happy running the Sports Academy. I'm happy with the families that I meet and being involved in the kids' lives. We've also helped develop some kids that have gone on and played in pro ball. Frank Herman, who pitches for Cleveland, he was at the Sports Academy.
Oh, that's great.
A couple of left-handed pitchers that are in the minors, they came to the Sports Academy. So we're helping kids develop their skills. Some go on to professional baseball. Others go on and play well in high school. Others play good in college. So we're helping the kids. And, you know, I mean, that's really what I did in pro baseball, right? Help kids develop their skills.
That's right. Except you paid them and these guys pay you. That is a big difference, right? Although you didn't pay them, you negotiated the deals.
The fans paid them.
That's right.
Right, but they deserved it.
I know you're a big Sox fan because you are from New England after all. What are your expectations of this year's club? And I mean, there are a lot of people out there, including Sports Illustrated, that has them on the cover and winning the World Series.
Well, yeah, that's a curse, right?
Yes, it is.
They had the Patriots on there too, and Vince Wilfork, right?
Yeah.
So I mean, but they should have a good ball club. They got a great lineup. They got depth to the lineup. They added Gonzalez, who I think is going to have a monster year. 50 doubles, 50 homers. That's the kind of hitter he is. But let's keep an eye on the catching. And then Beckett and Lester, those guys got to pitch like they're being paid. If those guys don't pitch, Lackey, I'm sorry, Lester. I mean,
Lester's a bargain.
He's a Cy Young Award winner.
That's right.
But Beckett and Lackey, those guys got to live up to their salaries. If not, they'll have to find somebody else.
That's right. Well, Dan, I'm so looking forward to getting up there on the 17th, open house. In the Berkshires. That happens to be the day before Patriots Day, so if people are out there looking for something to do that weekend, take the drive out to the open house to check out the Sports Academy. And we will be there as well on June 26th. I'll be there on the 17th, but I'll be there on June 26th till July 1st. You can find out more about the Master Sportscaster Camp on our website at youngbroadcasters.com. We are going to come back, and when we come back, yes, we'll bring Billy Smaller out here, I promise, all right? And don't go away. We'll be back with more. Hi, I'm Jimmy Young from Young Broadcasters of America.
Hi, I'm Dan Duquette from the Duquette Sports Academy in Western Massachusetts.
I thought I recognized you. We're teaming up with Dan's Sports Academy to host a Master Sportscaster overnight camp this summer in the Berkshires of Massachusetts.
And we're very excited to have you and your instructors up there, Jimmy, for a week of training.
Oh, it's going to be a lot of fun. In fact, we've got some pretty big names coming up this summer, like the legendary Bob Lobel from Channel 4 in Boston, and former Red Sox voice Jerry Trupiano, who's a regular instructor here.
Our academy will be holding tournaments, and our staff is excited, and I'll have some great stories. We'll have some great games for you to broadcast.
Oh, that's great. We'll be telling those stories, practicing play-by-play, and doing sports talk shows live every night from your camp.
Just like in the big leagues.
Just like in the big leagues. And it sounds like it's going to be a great time. I'm really kind of excited about it.
Well, I'm looking forward to the s'mores on Campfire Night, Thursdays.
Ooh, I like that. So for more information, you can find out about the camp at youngbroadcasters.com, and it starts on Sunday, June 26th.
Or you can log on to DuquetteSports.com.